Hi everybody, welcome back to Standout Leadership. Today we're looking at from fear to action. Fear has become a part of our lives for different reasons, but we want to ensure that fear doesn't cripple. We want to use fear for development, to look at opportunities. But of course, there are different sources of fear, and we want to ensure that we find the source of the fear, so that we can validate the fear, we can understand the fear, we can look at the consequences of the fear, we can see and plan ahead, and we want to, of course, relax in all of this, because if we don't relax, the fear overwhelms. So we want to turn off the self-sabotaging thoughts, seek professional help if that is required and necessary. And of course, we want to change the perspective, because at the end of the day, the perspective needs to change, because fear can be a great opportunity for some, but it can be crippling for others. So we want to develop a mindset of courage. And that's looking at a perspective of self, a perspective of others, and of course a perspective of the structure and the situation that's causing the fear. Because when you develop a perspective, it changes how we view, how we react, how we plan, how we communicate, and of course the kind of signals that we give ourselves and those around us at our businesses and of course at home. We want to develop some courageous habits. We spoke about habits in the last segment, because habits inform, they send us in a particular direction. It creates a mindset. It gives us particular actions, and of course it makes us more intentional about what we're doing. So our habits, what kind of risks are we taking? Do we need to manage those risks at this time? Do we need to be taking more risks at this time? Should we be seeking new experiences to develop courageous habits? Do we want to, moving from changing one habit out for another? We probably had a habit that wasn't working for us, but we need to develop new habits which are probably healthier, which will take our mindset in a particular way. And of course, how do we act responsibly in order to manage the fear and to move the fear from fear to action? In our organizations, fear could cripple many processes. It could cripple a project. It could cripple the organization in its entirety. We wouldn't want that. In our homes, we don't want fear to cripple our family structure and how we operate. So how are we going to look at that? We want to look at the discomforts, but we'll understand that discomforts bring valuable insight, so that what we do and how we do it, and we need to admit that we are having a discomfort. And when we admit that, then we can move forward in a particular direction. We can solve the problem, and we can use the fear in a very constructive and strategic way. And I want to end by talking about self-care. We want to ensure that we are on a path of self-care. When we care about ourselves, we're better able to care for others, our team members and our family members. So let's remember that, and I'll see you later.